I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be rolling up while I watch my feeds, but we're about to watch. I don't really know who Ethan is or H3 was prior to like I think the whole fresh and fit thing when he was like taking the side of a girl that went out with Myron. But apparently he said preacher all about fresh and fit defenders, which is definitely not the case. They actually do not like those guys, which is funny. But they're not gonna be biased or be one of those people that be like, oh, wherever they say I don't like them just cause there's some truth that I guess the Fresh and Fit says that a preaching album can't ignore. They're not like haters. They just critique. They just don't like them, but they're not haters. They don't hate them people for no reason. So no, it is what it is. But we're about to start this shit up. I don't know what's going on. This nigga H3 is getting a lot of heat from everybody. Like everybody's like, yeah, he's just not it no more. Apparently, I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. Cause they do kind of talk a little slow for me right now. It's not even early in the morning, it's just morning. It's about to be noon. But let's get this shit started.
Okay, where's the mouthwash?
Oh, here we go again. I already know what this is. This is the very, this is the very one.
You're too stupid to understand.
Okay, today's topic.
Ab and Preach, these guys are idiots.
Wow.
Anti-gay is banned, censorship will backfire. No, it won't. Oh my god, dude. Again, more men telling women. Now, did anyone actually watch this?
So my issue is with H3 where I have been known consistently is that I think he's too lazy to do his own research. He just see things for face value before even reading it or watching it, and then he just makes an opinion, not knowing that you're a big YouTuber. You can't just be saying shit out your ass. Do your research. You're being lazy.
It's Ab and Preach.
That's what I've been hearing. I heard it from Fresh and Fit. I think I heard it from Sneeko. I think I'm about to see it right now with them because I don't know what the fuck he got going on where he just picking random people out the block to say shit about that he doesn't even watch their video. Like what actually happened? I appreciate it, X14. I appreciate it. Thank you. Shout out to X14. What's up, man? It's early in the morning, bro. I'm just chilling, to be honest. But I appreciate it. I was on 94 followers for a hot minute. I appreciate you being my 95th. I was there for 2 months, but I don't know how to say it, but despite the fact I was doing some stuff, it was my birthday month. I don't like to act like a girl, like, oh, it's my whole birthday month, blah, 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 blah. But there was a lot of stuff going on where people wanted to see me, people didn't see me. I didn't make up time for a whole week, and now I just lost a whole week of streaming. But we back at it again, my boy. Yeah.
So you call us fucking idiots for a video you didn't
I will
even
be
watch?
rolling up though. I'm just saying that.
This is so
Oh.
on par for Ethan and his stupid ass friends.
So,
Ab and Preach, by
so
the
you
way, I've never really talked to them, but
probably
they made a
what
video
side you on
defending
then?
fucking Fresh and Fit.
Yeah, they have a lot of bad takes.
Yeah, it sucks. I've watched a few of their videos like earlier this year and I thought they were hilarious.
Me too.
But then like
Yeah.
deeper dive, it's like shit.
I actually had the same opinion, and I was really surprised when they're like, yo, Fresh and Fit, there's no evidence to accuse them.
Picking coconuts in Barbados.
But it's just a woman's account.
Yeah, I live
so,
in
like,
Florida.
He's talking about.
Oh
Well, why is my
God,
thing
this-
all in caps?
This man gotta be one of the slimiest motherfuckers I've ever seen in my life. He's actually sitting there trying to make it sound like Fresh and Fit defenders. Bruh, not even their fan base would echo what the fuck you're saying right now. That's how goddamn brain. You think we are what?
You just
To
stupid.
who? What? How? This dumb motherfucker said what?
Yeah, I ain't gonna cap.
I was triggered.
This is the bro. I won't even say they were beefing, but oh, you're in Asia? Shout out to my boy in Asia. That is good, man. It's all right. Yeah. Shout out to my homeboy in Asia. I don't even want to say it. Yeah, but it sounds weird. Like when people be like, I'm from here. I have one black friend. I was like, yeah, I have a couple Asian friends. But yeah, what's good, my man? But yeah, what H3 really don't realize that Fresh and Fit and Preach or Abba haven't been cool with each other since maybe last year. It's been a whole year for you to even get that. I guess he's not paying attention to what's going on. I bet. But nah, boy, shout out though. Shout out to my boy Eggs 14.
Game is so good that he's triggering his own self. I didn't do shit. He's triggered right now.
How?
His game
Have
is.
you not done a simple Google search, motherfucker?
Not one. Not one.
Listen, we've done enough videos clowning these.
Not one, bro. That's what I'm saying. Them boys have videos. Ain't no way you did not know they were not cool, bro. You give me a type in Fresh and Fit with Preaching Albo, you get a whole list of videos of them cracking on each other or going in and on each other. And bro, come on, they're like two big YouTube names. There's no way you don't know. That's like not knowing Drake and Kanye had a beef or something like that, like a couple years ago.
Dumb people,
My
okay?
God, you're
Them aside, we do one video in their favor. Not because all of a sudden we turned to leave. You wanna know why we did it? Because, Ethan, what you did was so goddamn fucking stupid. You brought on some young teenager to come tell salacious lies about another man just because you dislike them so much, you're willing to allow someone to come on and tell disparaging lies just to get
Yeah,
back at them. You
yeah.
have so much character that you bring on a fucking liar, try to encourage her to say that she was somehow like...
Bad. This is very bad. I think
Like,
we may
oh.
have assault.
By the way, Eggs, I'm gonna follow you back too. I usually follow people back who follows me, so you know I come in and random people stream. I actually don't watch TV. I watch YouTube and Twitch streams. I hardly watch TV unless it's for like something that I'm looking for. But yeah. Oh, the video's about this. There's a lot of YouTube drama, bro. I don't know what's going on. It's not drama, it's not beef, but it's just people like going back and forth with each other. So what was going on was actually let me use my phone because for some reason I can't do it in front of the computer. I just follow you from there. But it's basically about this guy named H3, which I don't know. Apparently he's a famous YouTuber. He's been around long enough, but people say he's been falling off because his critiques has been like lazy. Like as you can see, he doesn't do his research. He just talks out his ass. My bad. So let me get you on. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on because he's saying that like these group of people, if you don't know who, I'm pretty sure you probably know who Fresh and Fit is, but they're saying people like fuck, who is it? Preacher and Abba are protecting like basically has some talking points of like I don't know, man. It's kind of weird to explain because like a long history, and then they don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know him either, too. Yeah, it's just YouTubers going back and forth with each other, but they do a good job of explaining it. I'm just here to critique it because I find it pretty funny that they're all beefing, but it's over something that's like not that trivial, but it's kind of dumb. But I'm gonna continue for you, my boy. I got you.
Assaulted you. I mean, at this point,
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say that, but
I
like
got you,
again,
Eggs.
like
I don't want to say that, but I'm gonna let you make your assumption.
Right?
Oh,
Just
listen.
because you hate somebody, that's how twisted you are in your head. And you got the audacity to call us defenders? No, it's not that we're defenders. You're just so fucking unethical. That we saw that shit, we said, damn, we gotta defend these niggas. We saw...
and then I go
He
to the
ain't
bathroom,
lying.
like in the kitchen. He's like, "That's not where the mouthwash is." So I was like, "Oh, okay. Where's the mouthwash?"
I'm dying, bro.
Oh my God, I'm not.
I followed you. I followed you, Eggs.
We didn't defend them, we defend the principle of it. Because you brought up somebody who came to tell on some lies about somebody to disparage their reputation, okay? And Ethan, you might wish that somebody did the same for you. Because I remember very recently you were in some kind of little scandal where people were claiming that you guys were mistreating your employees and left a bunch of reviews. And you said,
Yeah, that was another thing too. He has not learned his lesson from that. So I remember that too. I don't really know this guy, but there's a thing going around saying that the people who work for this guy, the guy with the Scully and stuff, there was a rumor going around that he's mistreating a lot of his employees. But he was like, oh, this is just some bullshit. People don't do their research. People do that. But for himself. But he doesn't give the same common courtesy to other content creators where he just calls them out and just say random shit that's not true. Or just fallacious. Like, it's just like, I feel like he just want to start drama, but he doesn't want to be responsible for it. That's what it seems like. It's like he has nothing better else to do. So it's just like, bro, you're not talking about nothing, and you're like a famous YouTuber. So
these are all false. These are all false. Well, guess what? Guess what? Why don't we believe the people who claim that you did something wrong? You want to know why? Because we require evidence.
Yep.
Proof that people are telling the truth.
Yep.
When they want to disparage somebody. You think I would decide to go interview those people and try to have them send me stories so I could take you down because I just like you? Of course I wouldn't do that. Why? Because that's unethical. And
It's
I hope one
unethical.
day when you get caught in a much bigger scandal, because it will happen, all right? Somebody will make up something about you. Or maybe it's true. I don't know. I hope that people don't just jump on that bandwagon because they dislike you.
yeah,
Someone actually takes the time to have the evidence.
There's
yep,
nothing to dislike these guys, criticize them, do whatever you want.
Yep.
That's what we did.
You brought up somebody who came to tell a bunch of fucking lies with a nonsensical story, and then encouraged her to make the crime sound worse than what it actually was,
It was.
just because you hate them. That's you.
Very verifiable.
yeah. So one of the YouTubers went on a date with a younger girl. You should see Sunny 2 video about those permanent survival building stuff. I actually got you, my boy. I'll probably watch that next because I've been looking for more stuff to watch, but all my stuff been centered around like certain YouTubers. I don't know why of lately, but it has been giving me kind of like notice on YouTube. Not on the Twitch side, but on YouTube, more people have been coming in, like actually started following me. I appreciate that. But I got you though. About him exposing them? Alright, bet. I got you on a Sunny V2 video. Permanent survive building stuff. Alright, I got you. I'm gonna watch it right after this. I actually sped this video up because I prefer to like be on speed so I could go into the next video. But I got you after this, my boy.
Very verifiable.
Bro,
14 minutes, that's not
talk
long.
about I'm lost.
Probably
This is
even
5-minute
less.
walk away from her place. Fucking
But I
Google
got
Map
you,
that
though.
shit. You in downtown, 5-minute walk from your place. Talk about I'm stranded. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah, the girl went on a date with one of the fit guys, and he didn't do anything with her. He kicked her out because she kind of smelled like alcohol and stuff. So he didn't drive her back home, but she was like 5 minutes away from her house. She could literally just walk home, but she decided not to. So she was saying she didn't know how to get home, or that like she needed a Uber to get home, and he was not like one of the guys said he's not gonna pay for it because he's like, why would I pay for it if I, you basically just hey. You don't smell too well. It's not for me. You gotta leave. She left. She's like, I don't know how to get home. Even though her phone, they even showed her where she lived. They showed her like, this is where she lives and this is where I picked her up. It literally shows the walking thing. It's like that's not even a minute. That's not even a minute walk, to be honest. So she was just capping. So I guess she was just mad that she got kicked out. So yeah, not the walk. That's just being lazy. That's just being lazy. Like she's being entitled. I guess she felt some type of way because I can't imagine you like coming on to a guy as a girl and the guy's like, your breath kind of smells like alcohol. I don't like that. Go use a mouthwash, and then you get pissed, and then you're like, you know what? It's not gonna work. And he's like, fine, all right, go home. And then she's like, oh, why don't you take me home? He's like, I don't have to. You live 5 minutes away. You can walk home. But hey, you want to deal with those type of guys that got the bread and money? That's what you gotta deal with. They're not gonna bow down to you under no circumstance. And she met him on the show where this guy literally said, I am the prize. So you can't be mad at a guy who thinks like that if you're trying to get with him. That's your own problem. But hey, yeah, that is being fucking lazy. Exactly. That is being lazy. You live 5 minutes from your house, you might as well get your ass home, bro. Especially if the person don't want you to. Just go home.
No, they Googled it.
You triggered your own self.
Yeah.
This guy is really a goober. He got so much to say. The motherfucker didn't watch the video.
He didn't even watch it.
He didn't even watch
He
it.
made no research, no Google search, nothing.
Bro.
And then you're gonna say that's really the audacity. Calling us, you're gonna tell me that we are fresh and fit defenders. Motherfucker, are you high or retarded?
You can't use that word anymore.
Are you high?
You can use that word.
Yeah. You can use
Or
your eye.
In French. You don't know. Whatever.
Matter, but here they're doing the brave act, the defiant act.
And I did watch this video about the Andrew Tate thing. I don't know if you know about it, but basically he got banned from like Facebook, Instagram, I bet YouTube too, where the stuff he was saying was, I guess he can't say no more. So, but that's kind of getting rid of freedom of speech, basically. He wasn't saying nothing too crazy. I can understand they want to deplatform him because of what he's saying. It sounds crazy. But when you really think about it, if it wasn't like maybe a joke, I don't think he was really being serious all the time. You can tell when he's being serious. Yeah, he's almost, probably. I don't know if he's going to make a comeback, though. But he said he doesn't know when. He's not affected by this. He made an internet, presence, and now he's gone, but he still live his lifestyle. People still looking for him. He just don't have a platform to put all that stuff on. But there's gonna be another platform that's gonna eventually take him, or somebody's gonna put him on. But yeah, he is banned apart from all the side, which is crazy. Like, it is crazy though.
Defending Andrew Tate, such bravery. What is the psychological thing going here? Because all these guys are like, I don't agree with him, but
Like, I don't agree with everything Sneeko or any other YouTuber say all the time. And sometimes what they say, I can see it's like, oh, that's entertainment purposes. That's a character they play online. But I don't take their word for word serious. Like, you gotta watch out for people who's always on the internet. Sometimes they just don't have a life outside of it, so they take everything they see, and it's hard to like between text. Like, when I even like on Twitter, bro, I could go on Twitter and say something or see something, and I see the comments underneath, and you could tell that these are people. Yeah, hey, I know Tristan Tate's his brother. I don't know him more than Andrew Tate, but I do know who's Tristan Tate. Tristan Tate is his brother, but I don't know I don't know him that well. I only know mainly Andrew Tate. Like, I know Mario more than I know Luigi. They're like Mario and Luigi, and Andrew Tate is Mario.
it's like they want to present themselves as like the enlightened free speech warrior.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of people, have strong opinions about free speech and discourse and what should be allowed. And
But I don't think they care, Dan. I think they just care about their perception.
Huh?
Because if you cared about free speech, you would understand that it has nothing to do with YouTube in the first place.
What?
God.
Our video.
He just said free speech is not on YouTube? Oh man, it's probably not right now, but that's not how it used to be. You should see all the Shane Dawson type of shit he used to say and do on YouTube and how famous he got. That man used to make like racist jokes all the time. When I first saw him, I was confused because he had hair. Yeah, same here too. I always thought when I saw Tristan videos, I swear I was looking at like a younger Andrew Tate or something. I'm like, is that a younger Andrew Tate? And then they're like, oh no, that's his little brother. But that was like my first impression. That wasn't like what I had for a while. But yeah, I was confused for a little minute. I'm like, did he shave his hair or did he not? Or was he bald before? Does he have hair now? So yeah, that shit was confusing me. But yeah, they're brothers. I think they have one more brother. I think it's Tristan. I think there's probably one more brother.
Video wasn't about free speech.
Oh my. Yeah, but when you don't watch it, you don't know that.
The video had nothing to do with free speech.
Jesus Christ, man.
Free speech, I don't even think was mentioned a single time in the video.
The laziness.
The video was about addressing the issues that men deal with that are being unaddressed in society, leading to people like Andrew Tate. That's why we said it would backfire, because another guy like him will come along
Exactly.
who's much bigger, much worse.
Yep.
Okay? That's why we said that.
My God.
But of course, when you come on these platforms and give dumb takes on videos you didn't
Well, I
even
don't say much worse, but I say there would be somebody like Andrew Tate. There's always going to be a bigger, badder person if you just silence them. Like, that ass. Like, if you silence them, it's not going to help the fact that there's going to be somebody else emerging from that. Sneeko is kind of close. He just got to get his rhetoric under control, because sometimes the stuff Sneeko says, you can easily just throw away, no lie. Like, he'll say certain things that you can throw away. But, yeah, somebody's going to come along. It's going to be they're going to call him the new Andrew Tate watch.
watch. You can afford to say
And it's probably Andrew Tate, because Andrew Tate do have a whole group. I forgot what they're called, but it's like a group of people that's like better than the Illuminati, better than the Freemasons. So he could say one of those people had to push out his rhetoric. He don't have to push out his own rhetoric. He could have somebody else push it out for him, which is interesting.
stupid shit about free speech, free speech.
A lot of people ask me, I don't know about you, but they go to my DM and is like, yo, what, or when I meet them, it's like, yo, I'm gonna start to do commentary. What are some of the keys and points that you could tell me in order to succeed and this and that? And I often tell them, yo, do your thing. And
just be yourself.
You're gonna get better at it.
Yeah.
Let me add this fucking shit. Don't be fucking lazy.
Don't be L3.
Watch.
Don't do it.
L3.
If you gotta comment on some shit, actually watch the shit that you're gonna comment about.
And listen.
That's the first. Fuck listening. You gotta watch the bitch first.
But if you don't listen, then don't watch it.
Watch the shit. At least if you didn't listen, but you watched, I'm like, he missed the point. But if you didn't even watch,
You're out here pontificating about
you
that.
just talking a whole bunch of shit, my dude. You didn't even watch. How lazy do you got to be?
Yeah, he is lazy. Not to just watch
So
something.
no, that's what commentary is. It's not just commenting on shit. You actually have to watch it. Like, you're talking about shit that we're not even mentioning in the...
And no cap, this is why I do it live. It's like live reaction to stuff. Sometimes I could play back stuff. But I ain't gonna lie, you gotta watch shit before you even comment on it. You can't just see a title and be like, well, I'm gonna go off of that. That's what they were seeing. That's what he was seeing. That's his fault, bro. Everybody's starting to call off on him. And this big YouTubers are like, yo, this nigga, like, if he makes a video about you, don't even worry about it. Because he's not saying nothing that's even factual. He's just saying how he feel about something that he didn't even watch. That's crazy.
The fucking video, and you're making a case out of it. I don't know how disingenuous you is, or if you're doing that shit on purpose.
Preach mad.
You didn't even watch.
All right, listen.
Wow.
Yeah, watch.
These
Do
guys
your
are trying
research.
To be enlightened. Motherfucker, you need to start by turning on the motherfucking lights on.
Haha.
Bitch, you in the dark and you shooting.
We trying to be
And you miss.
you don't even watch.
No, you shoot and you miss. You talk about, we're not even in the room. Who you shooting at?
This motherfucker's just shooting like this. Right here, go. What are you doing, my guy?
Hey,
At least turn your head and watch where you're shooting.
Hey, listen, I think you've been hanging out with Hassan too much because you start sounding like his dumb ass. Talking about, I didn't even watch these guys. Were they talking about me? I think they're transphobic. You do sound just like him.
Free speech is a more broad philosophical idea rather than the type of free speech that's actually enshrined by law.
Well, I'd like to know what
What?
Ab and Preach think if the KKK had a YouTube channel.
One of them was just
That's the dumbest shit I ever heard, bro. This motherfucker just said that a freedom of speech is more of a spiritual thing, not something that's like ordained by the law. Bro, ain't no way, dog. Listen, man. Freedom of speech is exactly what you classify as. You can't say the KKK don't have freedom of speech when they could literally spew out Reddit. Yes, there's freedom of speech, but that don't mean freedom of consequence. Just like he's there to say whatever he want. That don't mean people ain't gonna call you out on what you say. You can say whatever you want, but we still gonna call you out on what you say. So if you out here just saying anything and everything, and then you say, well, that's not my version of freedom of speech, then what are you even talking about? Like, what are you even talking about?
One of them is just.
This guy really thinks it's a gotcha. Oh, wait. These guys are black. Let's rebut them. The Ku Klux Klan. You want to know the truth? And this is something that black people echo. You know what black people are really tired of? We're tired of innuendo when it comes to racism. We're tired of like the subversive stuff. You know, the stuff where people act condescending to you and act like you as a minority can't think for yourself. So let me, the enlightened liberal, tell you what you should think.
In a word that you're going to understand. Yeah. Let me put the KKK because you don't understand the other stuff.
Yeah, you don't understand the concept. So
that right there. That's why I was warning that too. I'm like, why do you have to bring up the KKK when it comes to me understanding? Like, in order for me to understand, I have to take it by race standard when it comes to freedom of speech. That don't equate to nothing. Like, you're just saying a whole lot. Like, he just covered his ass with more outlandish shit. That don't make no sense, bro. Like, why are you even bringing up the KKK? If you try to explain to black people exactly how I should feel, why even bring up racism as a way, like, I don't know what racism is, or I should understand it from a viewpoint that I may not understand it, even though I'm the black person in this situation. All right, bro.
I grew up in a different time where black folks and white folks used to fight each other all the time, and they used to just say what they thought, okay? And I'm not gonna lie, I preferred that time. You wanna know why I preferred it?
Because it was straight up.
Not because racism was worse than, because let me tell you, it wasn't. But you knew what the other person was thinking.
It was straight up.
Okay?
I prefer that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I prefer that. If somebody's gonna be racist to me, I'd rather me know it than them like hide behind my back. Like there's something about that made me feel like somebody's like a coward when they don't want to be openly racist. And I can understand why they don't want to be openly racist. Because, you know, they have backlashes and stuff. But think about it, bro. It's freedom of speech. If you're not going to, like, hold down what you believe, then don't even, like, come around me type shit. Like, I'll be more comfortable with an outright racist than a person who's covertly racist. Like, they hide the fact that they're racist, or they try to dance around the fact that they're racist. I had a produce manager when I was working in Gainesville and when I was, like, 18 or stuff. I didn't know he was racist. Like, he was downright racist. Like, I did not know until, like, maybe a year after he left, or within the year he left, because he left our store. He was a cool guy. Never showed any type of prejudice, never said anything crazy, never made me even think that, because most of our department was mostly filled with people who were not actually white. So I'm like, okay, whatever. But when he left, I found out from another employee who used to be around him after the fact that everybody left, because he was an assistant manager. He had to stay behind. And they had the grocery workers, the workers who stock up the shelves at night. So he's like, yeah, this guy will be back here when it's just like, you know, white people back there. He'd be calling it, like, he said he'd be calling us like N-words and the S word, like calling us like, you know, the spoon word for the Latinos. You know, I won't say here like spoon, but we all know what he mean by spoon, those spoons. And then like he'll call us the N-words and stuff. I had no idea, bro. And then the guy he was like, I could not even see that. Like, I could not foresee him being like that, but he was like that. And it was like, yeah, he would say this and that. One time he said this and this. I'm like, damn. He's like, yeah, I didn't want to tell. Like, the guy who told me, he's like, I didn't want to tell you guys because it was like, one, he felt like it was none of his business. But I guess since I got cool with him, he felt like he needed to tell me that, which was weird because I never thought of that, like, people being racist, like, when we don't see it. Like, I don't really think about it. When you think of a racist person, you think of a really racist person. You don't think of a person who's covertly racist. Like, they could be like, oh, racist in a way you don't even know, or they even know sometimes. But yeah, Cole was racist because he was saying it in a way where we just weren't there. So we all know what he was about.
He's deal with a lot of this like patronizing, very just like
I'm about to study vid after
can't
this.
Call out directly, right? Because there's no proof. And so if I say everybody gaslights me, like, no, it's not there, right? I told you that story, right?
Probably even subscribe to Sonny V2
because the woman kept heckling the show, but the way she was doing it,
I need more content.
Was tingling. I'm like, this girl's moving a little weird, and I think I know why, but I'm not gonna say nothing. And the comedians were all watching the back end, right? Mind you, I have a good set. I leave. I'm back there, okay? She comes out. She starts dropping N-bombs in front of all the comedians. I get excited. You know I get excited because you could.
We got him.
That's you, bitch.
That's all we want.
Thank you. And everybody, because I was thinking was that I got the evidence now.
if you a fucked up person, I want to be able to see it.
No
So I can
lie.
call it out. So
No lie, I'm gonna say this. I always wanted to have an interview with somebody who was kind of like racist or have racist belief, just to see why do they think the way they do. Not cause of like I want to like pick apart or change their opinion. I don't really care if nobody really views the world. Everybody has their own like reality. I'm just saying in general, like I want to see how it is to like actually speak to somebody who's not like being racist. I mean, who's being racist in front of me, cause to this day. I've never met someone who's been like really racist towards me, where they like say the N word or like show clear prejudice towards me. Where I could be like, oh yeah, that's some stuff. Well, yeah, like clear prejudice. Like I never had nobody. Like, I can say maybe there's certain things like being denied a check. Like I got a check for my Publix job, and it was like a couple $1,000s. They would not cash in the check, and I had to go to somewhere else and cash in the check. And even the people there, I asked them, I was like, why can't I cash in this check if you guys can cash? I had to go make a whole new bank account because they would not cash my check for whatever reason. And I do not know why. They told me to call corporate. I called corporate. Corporate was like, yeah, there should be no reason why you should not be able to open an account with us if the check clears out and everything. You can just drop it off. That was like one instance I can remember. That was like, okay, there's some shit going on. So after that, like leaving the bank Wells Fargo, I went to Chase and I like say, hey, I was trying to open an account at Wells Fargo, but they wouldn't let me. I'm just trying to see if this check is even good, because my worry is like, damn, they sent me a bad check. But I'm like, this is Publix. There's no way. It's a check from my stocks. There's no way. So sat down, got my check through. The lady was like, yeah, you have $500 now, and then you'll get the rest in a week or so, because we have to process the check. I'm like, okay, and I'm like, yeah, when I tried to open it, they sent me back home with a corporate number. I called corporate, came back the same day, and they still said they couldn't do it. And then she was like, that's weird. The check is fine. We just cleared it. So I'm assuming the guy who was taking my check to the back wasn't actually like scanning it. He was looking at it. He's probably like, hell no, this check ain't real. And they didn't even check it himself. Because he would keep telling me like, oh yeah, we checked the check and the check is not good. Maybe you got it. And that's the thing. You could actually go to jail for that. If you're at a bank and you have a counterfeit check, they can actually call the police and hold you there without you even knowing. Like you could be right there sitting waiting for them, and a police officer will pull up and say, this is a fake check. Luckily, that did not happen to me. That would have been a lawsuit right down there. But that's some stuff right there that's like kind of weird where I tried. Yeah, that's what I assuming too. Plus, I wasn't dressed the best either because I just got the check and I had like a white shirt on and gym shorts on. So I just walked in. And I said, yeah, I used to work at Publix. And the funny thing is, I have pay stubs coming from that Publix the whole time. That was my first job. And that was the whole time. For 4 years straight, that I was getting paychecks from them. So I don't know why the guy didn't believe that like I had a check from them, but the other people like, yeah, it went through. But yeah, that's probably what it was. He probably assumed I had no means, and I was young. I was like 19, 20 at the time when I dropped the check off. So me getting like a $3,000-$4,000 check from stocks would seem too crazy. But I've been working at Publix for 4 years, and they give you stocks automatically for working a year and having maintained it over 1,000 hours. So they just keep buying stocks for you, and then when you leave the company, they will ask you if you want it, and I took it. So I guess he assumed that this is too much money for one young person to make that quick, and I'm like, yeah. But yeah, I probably got judged, but that was the only time. Other than that, I never had like nobody ever like in my face say racist or do racist stuff at all. So, and it's probably because I'm a 6 foot, 240-pound black guy, so I doubt normal the mill would say anything to me because they're probably scared I might do something to them. Because I am really, I'm a tall dude.
This is why you fucked up. It's much more difficult nowadays to do that because everyone's trying to toe the line, right? And the more you guys put up these barriers, what ends up happening is not that you silence this kind of rhetoric. It's not like you guys are making things better. That's not what's happening. You know what's happening instead? People are becoming much more smarter with the way that they do it, right? They start to use coded language to describe people they dislike. All of a sudden, they're thugs, right? They're this, they're that. They'll find different words to make sure you know what we talking about, but I didn't say it explicitly, so I'm good. Me, personally, I prefer it out in the open. Oh, that's how you move? We good. Because guess what? There's a white supremacist on YouTube right now. And they get to float through this space without any issues. Wanna know why? Because they just knew what words to navigate so they don't get any issues. Me, personally, let it all out. let's see everybody's dirty laundry. Let everybody say
Yeah,
what the fuck they think, so
corporate
we
told
know
me
what it
like
is,
there's
and
no
we know what
reason
to
why I
avoid.
shouldn't open.
People
I
like
should not be able
entertainment,
to. They
find
wanted.
out, a woman finds out, oh, this guy
Yeah,
likes-
when I call corporate, it's like there's no way. There's like you have good standing in our bank. You've been getting paid by publics. We can see that, so there should be no reason why your check is not clear. So yeah, I think he'll just probably assuming that there's no way this could be like my check at the very least. So yeah, he like it's probably a public check, but probably not his check. He even asked me for my ID and it had my name on it, but he's still. Yeah, you good, man. You good, bro. Actually, you tuned in pretty early. Like you were one of the first people in here. I usually stream for like 2 hours and stuff. I'm trying to stream more like reactionary things. I play a lot of video games too, but people don't really watch that. Yeah, can Jay stream like in 12 hours? Yeah, I stream every day, so I stream at random times. I stream every single day, almost every single day. But yeah, I could probably stream in 12 hours if I have to, which is probably be around. Oh yeah, nighttime. Yeah, I stream at night. Yeah, I got you, man. Well, shout out X14. Anybody's watching this, please, yeah, see you next time. Please follow X14. This man is good, bro. He's engaging. I like that. I like when people come into my comment section and talk and give me ideas too, because I am gonna watch. If anything, I'll probably watch a Sunny vid the next time I stream for you. So I'll keep that Sunny vid in my mind, or if you can, Sunny V2. I'm gonna just subscribe to him now. Let me actually do that too. Sunny V2. So we can just square that out the way. That's probably him. Sunny V2. He look like somebody who, yeah, he do look like, all right, I got him.
So I was like, okay.
All right, my man, you have a good day. I'm trying to figure out where I letting it off at, but I remember.
At least turn your head and watch where you're shooting.
Hey, listen, I think you've been hanging out with Hassan too much. These guys are black. Let's rebut. I can't call.
But yeah, my man, you have a good day, bro.
Out directly, right? Because there's no proof. And so if I say it, everybody gaslights me. Like, no, it's not there, right? I told you that story, right? Where I did a comedy show and the woman kept heckling the show, but the way she was doing it, my spidey senses was tingling.
All right.
And everybody, because I was thinking it was that. I got the evidence now.
If you a fucked up person, I want to be able to see it, so I can call it out. So I can go, this is why I disagree. This is why you fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
It's much more difficult nowadays to do that because everyone's trying to toe the line. Right? And the more you guys put up these barriers, what ends up happening is not that you silence this kind of rhetoric. It's not like you guys are making things better. That's not what's happening. You know what's happening instead? People are becoming much more smarter with the way that they do it. Right? They start to use coded language to describe people they dislike. They're thugs. Right? They're this, they're that. They'll find different words to make sure you know what we talking about, but I didn't say it explicitly, so I'm good. Me, personally, I prefer it out in the open. Oh, that's how you move? We good. Because guess what? There's some white supremacists on YouTube right now. And they get to float through this space without any issues. Wanna know why? Because they just knew what words to navigate so they don't get any issues. Me personally, let it all out. Let's see everybody's dirty laundry. Let everybody say what the fuck they thinking so we know what it is and we know what to avoid. People like Andrew Tate, a woman finds out, oh, this guy likes Andrew Tate, this guy I'm trying to date. I'm gonna stay away from him because I know what Andrew Tate says. Now you can avoid it. You can't avoid it anymore. Because guess what? Now the same guy who's watching Andrew Tate is gonna watch somebody who's a little bit more coded with these shit, but holds the exact same fucking views.
Yeah, they just gotta be careful what they say now. Yeah.
You didn't think things safer for everybody. You just made it easier for problematic people to navigate this space. That's it. That's all you did.
You're giving out the codes. Basically, that's what you're doing.
That's it.
Yeah.
You're giving out you're
gave
the
the game
fucking
away.
Waze. You're the Waze application for them.
Yep.
Okay, we can't do that. We're gonna do that instead.
I gotta be on a no-call list.
Oh, look, CoffeeZilla had the pretty much exact same take as us. Let's see.
CoffeeZilla said, I dislike Tate.
I think I know CoffeeZilla is.
Kids are going to grow up thinking their only weapon against stupid ideas is deplatforming.
That's true. It's like cancel culture. It's basic cancel culture.
Bro, my dude heard the exact same take as us, or what he thinks is the exact same take. He went, well, this one doesn't sound so bad. Well, this one doesn't sound so bad. It's coming from CoffeeZilla, not these fucking idiots. Let me be nuanced. Let me think about this thing. Bro, it's the same fucking thing you thought that we said in the person behind us. Why are you pondering all of a sudden?
And nobody's saying shit.
And nobody's saying shit.
And fucking crickets.
Okay.
Fucking crickets on the team.
Okay.
What happened to the rest of y'all?
All right.
Y'all, what? Talk about knock, man.
Hey,
Oh,
what the fuck
man.
Dion was saying about the liberal racists. I'm starting to see it.
Hey, you know what? I kind of want to play that video too. I watched like half of it by myself, and I was like, but I kind of want to watch why Gideon was pressing H3 too, because this guy's been on the radar ever since he got, like, ever since I seen him on the Fresh and Fit stuff, like him saying whatever, and then people are like, yeah, he's getting fucking lazy. Like, everybody is saying that, like, he's getting really lazy with his content. Like, he's not even bothered to even watch it. That's, like, really lazy, no lie. I can say I'm lazy, but at least I will watch something before forming an opinion. Like, that's just crazy.
It just doesn't happen that often. The
How you get that big just to get lazy?
You-
What the fuck are you talking about? Deplatforming happens all the time. Cancel culture is not this fake thing. There's people with menial jobs who lose it because they said something on Twitter or on Instagram. Yo, gee.
Even me right now, the way I am right now, I'm streaming and stuff, and my face is shown and stuff like that. I can easily say something that I didn't even mean, or was taken out of context, or would just like mean something to somebody else, or it's just my personal belief. And if somebody who's trying to give me a job or opportunity sees these videos, would be like, what type of person you are when you're on the clock, you will represent us. So that's also really bad in this situation too, because you could have like the most menial job and you probably get fired for what you said, and there's no longer like freedom of speech. Just like I said, there's freedom of speech, there's not freedom of consequences, which people like need to understand. So like, even for me right now, I could just be commenting on stuff, or even just watching a video and not even saying nothing, and it's something controversial, and then I can get in trouble just for because my face is associated with it. That's cancel culture right there. They be like, oh, you was there too, so you deserve some of the heat too. That shit is crazy. Like, you can get deep platform, lose all your money, nobody wants to fuck with you, even over a lie, and it's crazy.
Famous people.
No.
That's everybody.
No.
Like, everybody I know is on their second account, third account. A lot of people I know. It's not because of their tape. Sometimes it's meme. Sometimes it's risky shit. Sometimes it's just showing breastfeeding. Sometimes it's just showing art. Sometimes it's
Breastfeeding.
just, what? Are you high? Or are you late? C'est de retard.
Or both. Quebec.
And again, this isn't misinfo. This is a violent hate group. Are kids gonna think that? Are kids gonna think that about when ISIS's YouTube channel got banned?
Huh?
What are these wild comparisons?
Yeah, that's
You can say
wild.
Andrew Tate is bad. His ideas are terrible, and not compare him to fucking ISIS. Or the Ku Klux Klan. Like,
Yeah, come
like,
on, bruh.
honestly, it's almost insulting. It's almost insulting to black folks to compare Andrew Tate to the Ku Klux. What are you smoking? ISIS? What are these comparisons? Jesus.
You're not smoking what
These
I'm
people are making the
smoking.
most
That's all I
wild
gotta
analogies
say.
To make someone out to be bad, and that's what they always do, right? Anytime someone's bad, who are they, right? They're the mustache man, right? They're the triple K's.
Bald mustache.
Yeah.
Bald
I'm just
mustache
like,
guy
damn,
is the
can
bad
you guys
guy.
Not make an argument against these ideas without comparing them to the worst fucking humans that have ever existed.
Yeah,
Is that
that's
not
true.
possible?
That's true.
Whittian, that's no surprise. I mean, censorship in 4K. Andrew Tate has been.
I ain't gonna lie, H3 got a face I could just punch, dog. He got a face that if he was talking shit to me, I would just, and I don't even hit people like that, bro. To be honest, like he has a face where you just like just bop him, bro. Look at his face, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna cap. There's sometimes I don't know if it's a tick or he's just itchy all the time. But there's times I be looking at him like when he does videos, he be like he does a lot of. Even I do it sometimes when I get like very itchy, but it seems like more than an itchy scratching. I'm not saying nobody on drugs, but I'm just saying there's some YouTubers who do be doing some stuff though, and I can kind of see like sometimes like it's out of coke, or if their eyes is like really red, I'm like them niggas are like just got off of being off of high. But let's see.
Yeah, I don't agree with him, but banning people because they say stuff you don't like is just straight soft. You mean like the KKK?
Stop!
Do you notice it? Do you see it now? Do you see it?
No.
Whenever it's a black person.
Wait.
Whenever it's a black person. Whenever it's a black person.
Wait,
Stop!
People because they say
I don't agree with him, but banning people because they say stuff you don't like it just is straight stuff. Yeah,
stuff you don't like is just straight soft. You mean
Yeah.
like the KKK?
yeah, straight soft.
Do you see it now? Do you see it? Whenever it's a black person. Whenever it's a black person. Whenever it's a.
You're too stupid to understand.
I'd rather know who KKK members are than ones that hide who they are. That's worse. That's way worse. If you don't even know what your enemy look like, that's even worse for you. That's another wall you gotta defeat. That's another wall you gotta go through. I mean, I'm just saying in general. I rather know if somebody is being racist outright in front of me than just hiding it or pussyfooting around it or walking around eggshells just to be racist, bro. Just be racist.
Talk about the KKK.
Oh my
Go
God.
fuck yourself, dude.
Oh my
Go
God.
fuck
Did you
yourself.
notice?
You bucket hat bullshit bitch.
Bucket hat.
Yo.
Did you notice?
He does have a
Did you
bucket hat.
Oh.
I just want the audience to know. And this is why I would much rather that all these like white supreme people have their channels. You want to know why? Because instead I wouldn't have to deal with fucking losers like L3 doing this very like innuendo, subversive type of like belittling of black people, right? Because this shit is way more infuriating than what like someone called me the N-word. I'll be honest with you. You want to know why? Because this is patronizing to a degree you cannot fucking understand.
Yeah, it is very
I've dealt
patronizing.
with so many fucking losers like this guy who are like, I'm here to fight for women. I'm here to fight for fucking minorities. These people have the worst opinions in their heart of hearts about these people. They think you're too fucking dumb. They just don't outwardly say it. They don't outwardly say it. Look how every time it's a black person, well, what if this was the Ku Klux? Like we're too stupid to take ourselves out of our own experiences and not understand other people.
Exactly.
Back in the
Now
day, motherfuckers just say what they think.
we're just not black people.
Listen,
We're
I know
actually
I love
people
black people, I
too.
want you guys to do well, but I don't think you guys can take care of yourselves. So let me just do it for you.
Yeah.
Just come out and say that shit. You know what I mean?
Just like fucking Piker, what his name is?
Hassan?
Stupid ass.
I didn't watch
You're
that.
only trans.
Hassan's relationship with the trans community is interesting. He once lost a trans-related debate, and people in his community were rightfully upset with him because they felt like he made them look bad.
My issue with this person is the fact that you, a guy that isn't super well versed on trans shit, brought on a known transphobe, knowing he might bring up transphobic shit. You aren't exactly involved in
Nigga
trans
talking
debate.
Fair
fast.
points. Let's see how humble his response is.
I hope that the rest of your life is as horrible as it is every single day. Okay. There you go.
He's like, fuck
Suck
it.
my dick.
He really did say suck this.
Dealing with issues.
I despise you. I despise you more than anything else on the planet. You are
This
fucking
man,
cancer.
this
I
man.
feel like I achieved that.
You are cancer in this community, and you're cancer in every community. Suck my. For the past 15 months, you've been able to fucking hide in these ranks. You catboy fuck. You are just a trans
Catboy
person.
fuck.
Sorry, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
What the fuck is
You're just a trans person.
A trans person don't know. Yeah, that's crazy.
When the trans,
fucking
when the trans person
This man just said you're a trans person. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about trans issue. That's crazy. I actually ran into people who would talk about trans people and their issues. I'm like, but you're not trans, so what do you even know for real? And they be like, well, I'm not saying I'm speaking for trans people, but I'm just saying, I'm like, bro, yes you are. Like, I have met people who would like have a like not opinion for trans, rather for both sides of the matter. Not like just we refer trans people and not for trans people, but both sides of the argument. I could like ask them a question about it, and I'm like, you can't really speak for all trans people when you say these things because you don't know. You're not trans yourself. You're not going through those emotions or those hormones or those surgeries. You know, you're not going through none of that, so you can't even, you don't even have even an idea of what's in a trans person's mind. Sometimes they don't even know what the fuck is going on either. They be like, I grew up not knowing who I was, who I felt, and stuff like that. So you can't even possibly put yourself into that mind of a person. So that person has to tell you what's going on if they can. That's just what it is. Like, this man just literally told a trans person he don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Or, I don't know, he or she, I don't know the pronouns of they, I guess. Of the trans person, say he doesn't know what he's talking about. Other than me as a black person talking about like my experience as a black person, I'm like, no, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And he's a white dude. He's sitting from his computer.
came out and said, oh, this is what you think. I think you're doing. You're just a. That's a moment.
That was a moment.
That was a moment.
That's the moment I went, oh.
Realize
What was it? You're just a trans person. I mean, that's not bad in itself, but the way he says it though, it's like he's like,
Come
you're
on,
just.
like a big
I'm dead, dog.
We gonna show.
All right, let me watch
So I was
some
like,
video
okay,
on
where's the mouthwash?
or playback on me.
Go back to Africa.
Bro, this is literally liberal racism, bro. Like, why? I have no right to talk. You're a Jewish man. I have no right to talk about your experience and your people's
Oh,
experience
he is Jewish?
as
Oh.
Jewish people. So, like, what right do you have to talk for me and my culture as black people? Like, what
Big
right
facts.
do you have, bro? As much as I don't have a right to talk about Jewish issues, you have no right to talk about black issues. You have no right at all. Like, no right.
Can't wait to get my
Doesn't matter if you
haircut
want to give your
and
2
braid it
cents,
today.
or you think you're helping Ethan.
If I get
no
it braided
right
today.
at all. At all. Zero. Not no wiggle room.
The biggest reason why this came from is, remember, he went to the most racist city in America, and then he literally said, "It's not that big."
Arkansas.
It wasn't that bad. And Ethan was like, "How dare you say that it wasn't that bad of a city?" Like,
Guy who's probably never been there.
a guy who's never been there, who obviously isn't being attacked based off of his color, his skin,
Yep.
is going to tell him his experiences in this city. So that's really where it also stemmed from as well, because Dion got upset because he made it seem as if like what he was doing was like marginalizing the impact of potential racism, but he was just explaining what his experience is. How you gonna tell me as a black man what my experience was? So they got on a
I
on the
mean,
stream.
to be fair, Gideon is not just any black person, so you can't even say like where he been was. I'm not saying those people were racist or were pretending. I doubt they were, but they all know who the fuck Gideon was. Like that overrides like maybe certain things, because some people could be like, I don't really like black people, but I sure like MJ. I like Michael Jackson music. I don't like black people that way, but I do like Michael Jordan and stuff like that. Like that type of shit. I guess that's what he's trying to mean.
See how this convo goes, man.
Piece it up.
There we go.
Okay, what's up?
What's up, Ethan? How you doing?
Nice to meet you.
So my editor was kind of telling me about the video. I haven't got the chance to watch your response yet because I was gonna watch it later on my stream. But he told me that you were really upset about the thumbnail, and I really don't even look at my second channel. He just posts the clips and stuff. So when he told me and I saw it, I was like, oh shit. I said change it. So
Okay, that's nice. I appreciate that. The new one's a little weird though too. Maybe you can explain this. It says,
Look at him,
like an
like an
educated
educated
African
American.
American. I don't know what that means.
I think I know what he was trying to go for there.
What?
Man, he's talking about your best friend Keemstar. I think a little play on words.
Look at him act like an educated African American.
Do you not like that one? If not,
I don't get it. It seems like it's another. Not that I know of.
I'll tell him after this to change it for you.
Yeah, so I guess, well, since you're here, I guess we can talk about the video.
I
You
like
accused
half
me
watching
of
this.
what I felt was like a light jab about the most racist town in America video you made. You called me a liberal racist, and I am intrigued by that. I just was hoping you unpacked it a little more in your video. So maybe you can do that for me here.
Nah, yeah. I don't think I called you a
man.
liberal racist because me personally, I don't think you're a racist. You know.
Why didn't
But
you
you said
say
that
white
verbatim.
and poison
I
out
said
open?
that was liberal racism.
Okay.
This is liberal racism. So, because I said the same thing about Hassan. So,
Okay, so liberal racism, what does that mean?
so I feel like you know what conservative racism is, right? You know, your white picket fence, all American family. You know, hates immigrants, doesn't like the stereotypical racist, right? And so that's pretty much when you think of a racist, you think of someone that's outwardly like, I hate black people. You know, people that are against BLM. That's
Big facts.
what I think of, with racism. But then,
Yeah, I got you.
I feel like what kind of comes under the rug and people really don't talk about is liberal racism. And what I think liberal racism and a lot of other black people in the black community, we feel like what liberal racism is like white people thinking, or not even white people, but it's mostly white people thinking they know better than black people, thinking like they have to save us. More of like a white savior complex. Like, I'm pretty sure you heard of white savior, right?
Yeah, I know what that is.
So that's what I mean by liberal racism. So I just felt really patronized when you were like, oh, look at him parading for the KKK.
Oh.
And yeah, it was a light jab and stuff, and I got emotional. So, that's on me for getting emotional. I should have articulated my words a little bit better to get my point across. But, we all say things we regret, right? Well,
Oh, yeah.
I don't necessarily regret it, but I regret how I phrased it.
So
I
what do
feel
you
now
think about the
coming on here,
concept of
I kind of got
liberal
the flesh out.
racism? It's not racism. So racism is the wrong term because even if it, by definition, makes sense to apply it in the context he's doing, you know the connotation that's going to provide is not. So I think what's happening here is H3 feels like a great guy because he stands up for other people in the same way he felt like he was standing up for black people when he criticized Jadion for going to the most racist town and being like, oh, everything is cool here.
Yeah.
So H3 is like, bro, he felt like he was standing up for people. So when you feel like you're morally superior, almost like you've done a lot to make yourself into like a good person that does good things, when somebody accuses you of something, like it kind of hits you emotionally. So I think that's what happens. That's why his first question he asked when he walks into the stream is, so talk to me about why you call me a liberal racist.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that. And H3 does that a lot, where like he'll try and stand up for somebody else, even if that party is not really asking for any sort of protection. Yeah. But again, he has a podcast where he gives his opinion on things. So over the course of a fucking podcast, you're gonna rattle off a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes it doesn't even have to be stuff that you genuinely really believe. It could just be some shit you said because you were 2 hours deep, or it could just been a joke. So I kind of respect both of them for like talking through it. Jadion for giving his POV, which 100% makes sense. Yeah. But also H3 for hearing him out and at least so far not like exploding violently and emotionally and like not being tolerant to Jadion's POV. So it seems like it's just a good conversation so far.
More of how I thought, you're not racist, right?
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't
racist
understand.
either.
I still don't understand the accusation of me being a liberal racist.
I feel like you were exhibiting liberal racism.
So how? I just don't understand that. Because that's a pretty harsh thing to level against someone.
And I feel that. So I'm going to tell you why I think you were exhibiting liberal racism.
Yeah.
So in the left side, I feel, they're pretty strong allies with, like, the black community, BLM. But, I feel like especially the entire black community, what we're starting to see is, especially around election time, we're more used for votes than it is for actually helping our people. I think it was a George Floyd bill that was supposed to be signed after he had died about police brutality and everything. But that bill till this day still hasn't been signed. But I think Asian Lives Matter bill has been signed by him. And I feel also that some LGBTQ bill was signed by him. But that bill, it was around the George Floyd era, but that bill to this day has yet to been signed.
Before you go,
and
how would they say liberal racist?
like black people get used for votes like routinely from liberals, like for whatever reason. Like Joe Biden literally was like, "Hey, if you're black and you don't vote for Biden,"
He said that?
yeah, he was like, "If you're black and you vote for Trump or something like that," like basically insinuating, "If you're black, you gotta vote for me, man. Come on, dog. What are you doing? Come on."
Look at Kamala. She's right there.
Come
Kamala.
on, man.
Look at her.
And again,
She's like
black
you.
people are tired of being used as some token for y'all to get these high ups, and they promise us things that y'all never go through on. Like Gideon said, you're right. Gideon's pretty smart guy. He's a smart guy,
He's
man.
intellectual, man.
He's intellectual, man. You got him there, but he still need to explain to us how he was being.
H3 feels betrayed.
Yeah, he's like, come on, dog, come on, hurry and get
Come
to
on,
that.
tell me.
Get to that point now.
Tell me why.
So how you were being a liberal racist is, instead of you saying, if you would have said, "Hey, Gideon, you gave him a platform, man. You should have attacked this more. I see, the way you said it there, cool. But in the video, there goes Gideon campaigning for the neo-Nazis, and what we call that in the black community. You probably don't know what that is because you're not in the black community. But basically, a lot of other black people have the same sentiment. It's basically you kind of call me Uncle Tom. So like Uncle Tom is someone.
I know what Uncle Tom is. Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
But
so you're basically calling me Uncle Tom.
no,
but
I
in
think,
the
I think all me and Hassan said was that you just were a little equipped to handle that delicate of a conversation. That's it. I don't understand how that implies you're an Uncle Tom.
Yeah, you are.
Life too short to
Or
not
maybe
exercise.
maybe I'm missing.
But that's the thing. Like you,
Life
and
too
Hassan,
short to
no offense
exercise,
y'all,
big
but
facts.
You guys stay in y'all studios. and you
Eat
talk
more
about it
Big
from
Mac.
afar. And I think in Hassan's video, he said he looks at the empirical data. But I'm pretty sure before he reacted to that video, he didn't even know what Harrison, Arkansas was.
I think, and I've made this mistake before, when I've had
Yeah.
people like Jordan Peterson on, or even Joey Salads, I once debated him. And the problem is when you talk with people that...
Like, life is too short to be exercised, no lie. Why spend an hour running when I could spend an hour sitting down and eat my favorite food? You feel me? Now I'm playing though, but yeah, you need to exercise though. Like, keep up your health, because you might die sooner than some people. But I ain't gonna lie. Some of the oldest people that have lived very long, I've seen some of them. They like, yeah, and like, what did you do to stay alive? They're like, just did what I always did. I think for the average person, it's probably not even like working out and like a super fitness person or anything like that. But I'm not saying, oh, just stay unhealthy. But just be healthy for yourself. Like, I'm not worried about like being like the ripped guy I am. I'm 6'1", 240 pounds, and I look good for my size, even though I don't feel good. Not feel good. I don't like when I like. I feel I could be skinnier, but for the most part, I'm told that I'm alright for my size. But because I'm tall, if I was like 4 foot, not 4 foot. I was like 5'11", or not even that. If I was like maybe 5'9" or 5'8", and I was 240 pounds, people would tell me, yeah, you need to lose weight. But I think I need to lose weight anyways. But I need to be more fit. But yeah, eat more Big Macs, bro.
Incendiary with that undefensible, and a lot of them lie and mislead shit. You kind of have to be equipped to respond to it appropriately, right? You kind of have to be prepared.
Shout out
Otherwise,
fucking
they're left to
Naj.
say whatever they want, kind of unchecked, and in a way, you kind of just let the guy give his platform out. And without being, without challenging him in a way that I think would have been meaningful. But that being said, I understand what you were trying to do, and it was.
So do you feel like I came in there like unequipped and I wasn't prepared really, and I just kind of gave him a platform? Like, if that's your opinion, that's your opinion. But is that what you think? I came in there unequipped?
I think that you are, yeah, a little bit, yeah.
To say that,
Oh.
actually, I know, from the title, it's kind of like you probably were thinking, oh yeah, he went there to, say racism doesn't exist. But actually, I don't know if you realized the outfit I had on, I was like sagging, had a white tank top. I really had no idea what type of video I was gonna do there.
So
I've never
Gideon
been there.
went to
I've
the
just
most
seen the video
racist
and
town
stuff.
in America with the impression on exploring how racist the town could be.
Yes.
H3 and Hassan, without having been to that area,
At all.
are saying,
At all.
you're ill-equipped and you went in there not knowing. He hasn't been there.
You haven't been there.
It's as if they wanted him to form his hypothesis before going to prove it correct.
That's what they wanted.
But not only are you holding a content creator to a journalistic standard, but Gideon went there to learn about the place and to entertain. He accomplished both. I don't think he painted the people in the video in any positive light, and anybody could see the guy was capping.
Yeah.
That town was very racist.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that everybody in the town, it should be demonized because of it.
That
I
is
think going
true.
into something without knowing, but gathering data that only supports one conclusion is like the most biased way of completing any sort of journalism.
that just biased
Which is a standard
already.
you should
That's
not be
just
holding
the
Gideon
meaning
to
of it. You're
anyway.
right, Adrian. It's just
This is
biased.
a weird criticism. He's right that there's sometimes where you could be ill-equipped for a conversation, and even if you're correct in what you said, you did a horrible job of proving your point.
Yes.
True. H3 is right in that, and I didn't see a video where he was debating Jordan Peterson, but good luck if he won that, because Jordan Peterson is really good at debating.
He is.
But that being said, H3,
Destiny
I get his
too.
POV.
But I don't think he understands what Jadian was trying to accomplish, and so that's why they're at odds. That's my.
But I think that's the bigger picture where I think, and I will say this even as a black man in America, I think that way too many times white liberals will sit here and try to paint a picture of what they believe racism looks like, and the reality is that's just not the case. I grew up in a town where Confederate flags were being raised, they were driving around with them, and like we had, I mean, up until when I was like in my mid-20s, there were like very clear separations of certain areas that you could go in my own city, like barbershops that as a black man I would never ever step foot in, just because like it was very clear like white people were only supposed to go in that barbershop even if they didn't have a sign saying so. But that being said though, that does not mean when I walked outside everybody was racist. It does not mean when I
motherfucking logo come out with a swoosh. It's like gonna go from short peasy to like a swoosh and a fucking mohawk cut. I don't know how they call it. I forgot that cut they have it, but it's like when you can just do this with your hair. That's a haircut he's gonna come out with. It's gonna be all blonde and shit.
walked outside, I was being belligerently yelled at. Like the way of the level of racism isn't as immediate and as dangerous or as obvious as some people make it seem to be, especially when they're trying to paint a picture of this is the most racist city of America. Like, it's not going to be what y'all think it is. So yes, there will be people in that city that are racist. Fine with black people. There are people in that city who won't be like obvious, especially when there's a camera in front of them. So of course it's not going to look that way. So you sitting here saying, "Oh man, he didn't do a good job really digging in and trying to figure it out, like where the real racism is at." Like that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, that's kind of weird to actually go look for it. That means you're being biased.
You weren't equipped. See, I should have been there. I had the questions ready for him. Son, you don't know what you're doing. Sit down. And which is crazy. Then if that's how you feel, then you create your own content from your own perspective.
Exactly.
What saying is still correct.
I was gonna say that. I'm like, if he didn't feel like he did a good job, why don't you go out there and do it? You have the bread to do it. Just go do that. I mean, he's not gonna do it because he's lazy.
In your offices all damn day and never actually experience nothing, so you have no ability, you don't have the research and the experience to compare what Jadian is talking about.
Exactly.
But again, I still agree with what he's saying. I still think that there's various ways you can go into a situation where you're not properly equipped to make sure you don't get bamboozled by some BS. So I get what he's saying.
Yeah.
But again, it comes across very patronizing, especially when, like he's trying to explain to you, that wasn't even the purpose of his video. He wasn't there with all the facts, stats, data, and statistics to be like, "Oh, I got you there, huh?" No, see, this is where your racism really starts to seep out. Because actually, what the data says, that was not the purpose of that video. Now, if you want to make a video like that, then go do it. But that was not the purpose of his video at all.
I knew going there that he wasn't going to change his mind, and that's not what I'm going to go there for. I'm not going there to try to change his mind because it's just not going to happen. And I feel like that's the problem where the left and the right get into an endless debate where one side tries to say change the other side's mind, then the other side gets mad that they're trying to change their mind, so they want to rebel against them. And it's another ending thing. I just wanted to put out there what they thought, and then I feel like the rest of the video spoke for itself. It's like, even though there's this much hatred,
why did you want to put out what they thought, or why did you want to put out what they thought?
It's the same reason why you talk about Andrew Tate. It needs to be talked about.
Did you criticize it though?
I did. I feel like it's pretty obvious that I stand against everything he says.
Yeah, I think I can boil it down to this point, which is basically there's some things that are not even, if you engage it, it legitimizes it in a way that, like, it doesn't even need to be engaged. Like, it's not even a conversation. Like, if I went to a Nazi rally, I was like, tell me about why you think all Jews should die. It's like, that's not going to be a productive conversation simply by the fact that there's no real way to justify that. And even by engaging it like it's a reasonable argument, you in a way legitimize it and turn that conversation into a legitimate conversation.
I guess it depends on how it was more to flesh out. They're both talking about extremes right now. I agree, H3, and I'm being honest, I did feel a certain type of way when Jadian was like, I understand what Jadian's saying, but there are people in this world where you don't have to give them a platform to try to, like, hey, let me hear him out. Like why? What's the point? The rhetoric that he is spewing is so extreme that not only that he's not going to change your mind, but everybody also disagrees with him. But I think the other part that went over a lot of people's heads with this whole back and forth is that what Jadian is saying is that the reason why that whole city, or that city is being called the most racist city in America, isn't necessarily because of the people that are in there. It's just because of the compound that just so happens to be housed in that county or in that city. And people within the city don't like those.
And I ain't gonna lie, I watched the video myself, and a lot of people keep saying that, but it's just because there's this KKK basically town or city that's in Arkansas. I think it's called Zinc. That they said this is where it mostly comes from. Like, not all of us are like that. There are some people who are like that out here, but to tell you, for the most part, most of that like shit comes from that side. Those people won't let it go. That's what they're saying. Cause I seen the video, and like I can't say every like that's like saying every white person is like, doesn't let me asking every white person why are you racist, or why you think there's racism in America. Not everyone won't even gonna have an answer for that, or some of them may have an answer to it, but just like it may be not what you think it was or something like that. I don't know, bro. It's kind of weird to like explain.
people either. They also disagree with it, but everybody in the city gets blanketed with this. Oh well, this the whole city's not racist because of this subsection that even the people in the city don't like. And I think that right here was very important to highlight that it's not the entire city. That the people within the city don't actually like that identification either.
Yeah, they don't.
Accept it just because of the people who are there, but they don't like it. But I do also agree with him about H3H3 where he's saying like I do believe that there is a subsection of people that don't really. There's no need for me to entertain their voice. Like it's already understood their thought process, what they believe in, and it doesn't really bring us anywhere closer to something that is constructive. If you want more civil dialogue from Jadion, click this video right here, man. He had a back and forth with another content creator. He did it very civilly. And until next time, we'll see you all later. Peace.
All right, bet. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. I watched this. I think I reviewed this one. This one was something.
Why don't the women want to cook?
Why don't the women want to cook and stuff like that? All right, let's get to more feeds because I'm about to actually boof up. I'm actually happy because I have 2 people commenting in my Twitch, at least in my Twitch, and now I feel like I can keep on going. But let's see what's going on. Sneak on review of I saw with Gideon. This is old. It's premiering, but it's old. I don't know why I watched this. I guess is this still premiering?
3, 4.
Yeah, they keep premiering old videos I already watched. I don't know why. Let me go to my subsection and see if I can find any commentaries or anything like that. I do like the truth. You know, hope you don't forget this. Red X Origin, see you sis. Is that the girl? Oh, is that her? All right, so this is the lady I saw from a commercial. I think I'm gonna peep what she got going on. We got a new stimulus check. Hopefully Biden didn't forget. I hope. Well, I don't have student loan debt, but my girlfriend does, and I hope I hope this nigga just clears it out, bro, because it makes no sense to be giving out crack pipes and giving money to Ukraine when we have our own issues here, bro. I'm sorry. Handle our issues first, and then we handle the other issues later. We don't have to be in everybody's like backyard and trying to help them in order for us to like move on as a society. That's just not what it is. So I watched this, understand the mental spirit. That was something, but just a replay. That was like actually showing. I don't know why they're replaying it though. I thought he had like a part 2 or something like that. So let me just go to home. Let me just look up some videos. The recession this year, that is also true. The recession this year, people don't realize that like we are in a recession right now, bro. All that money that all the stimulus check money that came in the last 2 years was just printed those years. So 80%, if I think it was like 40 to 80%. I know 2 big numbers, 2 different numbers. Let's say 40 to 80% of income that was printed in the U.S. was like from those two years, which is absolutely insane. You literally make your dollar worth shit when you do that, and that's why inflation is here and why everything costs so much, because our dollar don't mean nothing no more, because we have too much of it. We have a surplus. So unless it's being like unless it's like stuff are happening for that, we're just gonna look at a recession for another how long. We never really got the old recession.
You think he's the problem, bro? I'm not the problem. Yes, you are. You are.
I have no problem with Kai Cenat or Kai at all, but when he talks, he always have to yell. There's not one time this man is not yelling when he speaks. I know he has to yell from where he's at. He's short, but damn nigga, you don't gotta yell that much.
Jack, all week. Jack, all week we been chilling, right? Right or wrong? Jack, all week we been chilling. Jack, all week we been chilling. Jack, right or wrong?
I don't know how I feel about the shirt over myself on my face. I don't know. I don't say I'm not that confident. I just don't see the point.
These guys, man. Ever since this nigga happened, how do they still have fireworks?
Shout out Kaido. I'm not a hater though. I'm not hating on Kai or anything like that. I'm just saying like I don't know. It's kind of weird. I never thought of like having a shirt with my face on it.
The latest, look who's calling me, bro. Oh, Dad.
Yo.
Oh my fucking God. Hey, tell them Discord call. Tell them Discord call. Yo, join Discord. They're gonna
do it. Chat, I know what it's like when they start.
Bro, we about to get heat, bro. We can never have fun.
I know these guys.
Is Agent sweating?
They're gonna do it.
I'm still laughing about what Frito said about Agent. He said he saw Agent videos. He's like, damn, this nigga look like he has long nights. I ain't gonna cap. I'm not gonna cap. Agent look like he don't sleep, bro. Like he look like he does not sleep. Like his eyes droop to the side. He has Kakashi eyes where it's just like About to say, I'm pretty sure he's asleep.
And that's when he starts doing dumb shit. I'm telling you, man.
Come get it. Matter of fact, yeah, come up the stairs. I dare you come up the stairs.
No.
Come up the stairs. Come up the stairs. Come up the stairs. I dare you come up the stairs. Come upstairs. Come upstairs, nigga. Come upstairs. I dare you come upstairs. Come upstairs. Come upstairs, nigga.
Yo, what the fuck is going on?
Now you dragging it. Now you about to take it there. Bro. Yo, hey, you see? Agent, I've been chilling all week, bro. Look.
They still shooting firecrackers at each other. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I think I'm done with this though. Like for the past 2 or 3 months, these niggas just been shooting firecrackers at each other and vandalizing that house. I guess it's fun though. I just don't know why. Why though? Duke didn't show Nick Brass talking crazy on his cousin. Duke didn't explain his criminal charges. Duke is actually older than he looks. So he looks good for his age, no cap. Like he's in his 30s. I thought Cub was like 25, 26, 27. He's like 30 something years old. He's born in the 80s. I think he was born in 1987. I'm like, damn, nigga. Like 30 years old. Shit. 13. He was 13 by 2000. I wasn't even in preschool when that man was 13. Damn. So he must have graduated in 2005. Bro, that's wild, bro. 2005, bro. I was maybe like 10 or 11. I was in elementary when this nigga was graduating. God dang. Yeah, Duke old, bro. He's not old, but he's older. He's older. That's what I'm saying. Who's the most sus? Sus and Amp. Honestly, it has to be anywhere between Agent and Davis. I think those are the most sus people in there. They do a lot of sus stuff. Yeah. But I probably watch some playback, no lie. Playback. I like Lowe's opinion too. I need to start watching his peer-to-peer stuff too. That's what I really should be watching. But it's like I feel like he hasn't been really updating. He does more playback than he does peer-to-peer. So I can't even say anything. That shit was crazy to think some average black people got low IQs, bro. That shit was wild. Me and Kalia fails to be woke. I don't think I even actually watched this.
We have OnlyFans, and then we have like the sex work industry, and then we have like actors. Is there a difference between these industries?
Yeah, they are different, but I don't mean they don't conduct business the same way or almost the same way.
Or are we all fundamentally selling our body in some way?
Honestly, I think that selling your body, like if we're going by that definition, being in the army is worse than being on OnlyFans.
Wow.
You're selling your body to the government.
Bro, what?
That's what you said, man.
Bro, all that dick she done fucking took just fucked her brain up.
That's what she's saying,
man. No, like your brain has to be severely lacking to make that conclusion.
That's what she's saying, though, man.
Or like, you know, sometimes
people are
you think,
comparing like crazy shit to each other.
Your last take, nobody gave a fuck about it, so you had to say some crazy shit so people will pay attention. That's
ain't
what
lying.
this has to be.
Look,
her brain just doesn't work.
I understand what she's trying to say. It's just that you're missing the mark. You know,
She's missing the mark.
What is she trying to say?
I guess what she's trying to say is that selling your body to the government, especially the way that there's some stories about veterans coming back, especially in America, like they're not taken care of properly and all those other things. Like I get what she's saying. The problem though is that we do this thing when we talk about OnlyFans where everybody just believes that everybody's fucking millionaires. I don't know what's going on. Like people just act as if like everybody who jumps on that app makes a boatload of money.
They
so
don't.
It justifies the immoral decision that you are making. Because quite frankly, the only reason why you're making the decision to sell your body in that fashion is because you think that you're going to make a certain type of money. But if I told you that all you're going to do is make $100 off these new pieces you're trying to sell, more than likely you wouldn't do it. So you're only doing it for financial gain. And at least when it comes to military veterans, thank you for serving our country, at least they can say that they did it to serve a purpose. Fight for freedom in some capacities, regardless if it's in this country.
You're just selling you're selling pictures of yourself.
Like you can continue to say dumb shit like this.
Right? She's saying if we're talking about in terms of just selling our body, military is worse than OnlyFans. Okay? That's what she's saying. Now, upon her saying this, people's minds freaking exploded. And the funny thing I've noticed is that it's usually people who have never served, because usually when it comes to certain sensitive areas, let's think about this. Can we be honest for a second?
Okay.
This is in no way, shape, or form a diss to the military, okay? I will take military over law enforcement any day, okay? Any day. Because
under what context?
I'd be like, if I said I take algebra over trigonometry any day. Like, what the fuck does that mean? Bro, nothing he's saying makes sense. Zero things he's saying. Are you on OnlyFans? Because you're saying, I noticed people's not in the military. Are you on OnlyFans?
He might be though.
He might. I'm asking.
He might be on OnlyFans.
So you don't even have OnlyFans.
Yeah,
so
he
by
has
that logic,
Patreon.
you just shut the fuck up. I love it. I love that he also has an upside down American flag on his hat too. Talking this.
Oh, that's upside down?
Yep.
Oh, he's saying American K.
Which I don't know. Like it's so weird to me because like you all do
Oh, is
realize
America with a K?
y'all are like enjoying the freedom, and I'm not even like a huge like government guy, but like y'all are enjoying the freedom that comes along with
this
fight
shit.
for in the military. Y'all do realize that, right?
You know what's funny?
This nigga has the American flag on a piece of clothing that is upside like what are we doing right now?
America's the weirdest country ever. They'll all believe one thing and then be like, bro, I don't even think my vote has power. Never go to vote. Nothing changes. They just flip their fucking hat upside down and complain on YouTube. Like, just vote.
Just
the
vote,
military.
bro.
Listen,
I'm gonna watch one more video, then I'm gonna be
United
off.
States government. You just don't get to wake up whenever you want to wake up. You don't get to sleep whenever you want to sleep. That's not how that works. You do as you're told. Now, upon selling yourself on OnlyFans, you still retain autonomy.
Yep.
Okay? You get as far as post what you want to post. Doesn't necessarily have to be you scantily clad or you're,
Yeah.
more.
That's the thing. Being on OnlyFans don't mean you have to be like naked or showing your pussy or none of that. It doesn't even have to. You could literally be on OnlyFans and like teaching a class or something like that, or teaching somebody to do niche stuff like that. Ass. Like, I could make an OnlyFans to teach people how to buy and sell crypto. You can do that. You don't actually have to go there and go and spreading your cheeks. Yeah, I cannot imagine raising a daughter up until like 2020, bro, and then she decide the best way she's gonna make bread is by her literally standing in front of the camera and spreading her cheeks open. And only not even make like millions of dollars at that. Like a lot of these OnlyFans girls do not make that much money. Usually you have to have your shit has to be super lit. You already probably have to be somewhere connected in the sex industry if you're gonna make money like that in OnlyFans, where you have like people you can like, or you just lucky. But for the most part, bro, most women who join OnlyFans are not making money off of OnlyFans. It's like DoorDash, where people are like, oh, you could make like $3,000, $5,000 a month from DoorDash. But let's be realistic, bro. It's oversaturated market, and there's probably not that many orders that come through your area alone. It's just like it may not work for you. What works for other people may not work for you. And something as bad as like showing yourself off on the internet, you can't take that back. Like there's a lot of people OnlyFans that get leaked. You can literally go on Google and put such and such leak OnlyFans. I guarantee you're gonna find at least 1 or 2 or 3 images or even videos of somebody doing something that they had a private. It's not private no more. Plus, if I really wanted, I could just pay for it, screenplay it, and then save it and put it on some other platform later where you won't have no control of that. Which I think has happened to certain girls. That's why they kind of like stopping stuff, because people were seeing their ass and pussy and titties when they didn't want certain people to do unless you paid for it, which is, is whatever. You put on the internet, it's the internet, it's not you no more. But I digress.
Centered, pictures or videos. Hell, there are women. Why are we acting like there are not women out there that are who are millionaires overnight from selling feet pics? Okay, pimpin', can we stop the cat? If we wanted to
by that logic, why aren't we acting like there aren't millionaires in the defense industry monetizing different wars and tragedies around the world?
Facts.
Like, there's just millions of ways to OnlyFans models monetize loneliness. The defense industry monetizes tragedy, but they're not great neither.
Yeah.
Both of them are kind of based in some sort of immorality. To make a lot of money on OnlyFans, you gotta find a lonely group of people and sell yourself to them as an option to socialize with.
Yeah.
Like him starting out saying I get to wake up whenever I want to wake up is like, if that is the perk that you're leading with is crazy. Wow. But also like the people who make millions of dollars, it's such a small percentage. It's such a finite amount of women, most of which already, if not probably all of which, already had some type of identity beyond OnlyFans.
Yep.
Before OnlyFans, especially the ones who are making this type of money only selling feet pics. But let's just keep it a beyond, and this is why this conversation is so disingenuous that you're willing to stretch it as if like you don't know what OnlyFans is really for, how it's been marketed.
Yeah, come on, bro. I didn't know what OnlyFans was, and then when I found out what people were doing on OnlyFans, I thought that's what it's only for. I thought, oh, okay, OnlyFans. That sounds like very salacious. That sounds like something like you'll watch on porn or something. I never heard of it. Like, we all heard of Pornhub, Xvideo, or fucking, damn, I don't even know what the rest of them are. For RedTube or whatever. like shit like that. But you never really heard of OnlyFans until like people started like till I guess girls or even niggas. Niggas probably got their girlfriends doing it to sell themselves on the thing to make bread. But they're not making that much money. Shit, you might as well, you might have a better you might have even a better time. You might have a better time not even being on OnlyFans. You might have a better time putting your shit on Pornhub because people actually dare to look for that type of stuff. But before that, like OnlyFans, I didn't even know what that was. And then when I found out, like, oh, it's a place where people can sell private videos and charge them X amount of money of monthly subscription, which is basically like Patreon. I was like, oh, well. But I didn't know you could actually do other stuff on it, so.
Why they join it, but majority of people and majority of women who sell their
I'm gonna
bodies
use the
on
bathroom real quick.
OnlyFans do not become millionaires. Majority of women who sell their bodies on OnlyFans make a couple $100, finally realize, hey, this ain't gonna work out for me, so I need to go back to figuring out the regular job that I need to start having where I have to wake up and somebody else tell me how I'm gonna wake up. Like that's what they realize. But in the process of doing so, they expose themselves to the entire internet, and at any point, anybody could just get their stuff and then do whatever they please with it. So if that's what you want to do, fine. But to make it seem as if like there isn't majority of people who join the army are doing so based off of what they believe, regardless of what the outcome is. Because yeah, I agree, the outcome isn't the most moral thing a lot of times. But most people who join the military do it in good faith, believing that they are standing up for something that they believe in.
You have to understand that. That's not the same with OnlyFans, okay? You have to understand that it's going to take a toll, though, upon being in the military. It takes a mental toll. There's people with PTSD. It takes a physical toll, all right? You think that all these people are coming out the military just whoop-de-dee-doo-da, whoop-de-dee. No, that's not how it works. I know. I have friends in the military, family in the military. I know, because what it seems that many people have this idea, this concept of how it is based off of what they know of, the TV and whatnot. That's 99% of the time not the case.
Bro,
But you're doing the same thing for OnlyFans.
We're wasting time. Because
Yeah.
he's trying to argue the merits of the point that Mia Khalifa made. Mia Khalifa she doesn't give a fuck about what she said. She just wanted to say something that people would finally care about.
And also defend her side of the argument. Because the host didn't even ask anything about military. She just said, is a concept of selling your body the same between an actress, a sex worker, and an OnlyFans model? And then she jumped out the window and went to the extreme of military. Nobody even brought that up. She's just trying to defend what she does, the same way that they would defend as well.
Yeah, now, if you want to argue that the use of your body is the same no matter how you use it, then I guess maybe it's a difficult argument to make, but you can try and make it. But we're trying to argue the merits of what Mia Khalifa said, like it fucking has any like basis towards it. These are completely separate situations.
I understand what they're saying. I just don't agree with it. I understand what they're trying to say.
But by that logic, can't you just keep going? Why stop at the military?
No, I agree.
Athletes give up their body.
But they've said it before.
Somebody
said it before.
What'd they say?
They said they're like, don't athletes just sell their body, and then like, isn't that just as bad as doing something else like sex work or something like that?
Okay, let's keep going. The guys that work at like coal mines, don't they?
Yeah, everybody to a capacity. If you're doing some type of job that it takes physical labor, yeah, you're selling your body. Yeah,
I guess that's one way to look at it, man. It's sell their body.
But it's again, I think the reason why people were fucking mind blown by this, and I can't believe I have to explain this, is because of the moral decision of why you're doing it, or the morality that comes behind it. You getting naked and then selling your body in that capacity is just like, I don't know why people just like to act as if like that's not as moral as somebody selling their body to protect the country. Like, I don't understand why. Why you think that those are the same things? It's crazy.
Yeah, we do pretend like they're the same thing.
Yeah, like, why are you acting like that's not the same thing? Y'all love to do this thing where, like, sex work has the same morality as everything else in the world. Like, oh, it's the same thing. No. So I was about to sit here and say, maybe, people's morality is different, but no, everybody knows this. Everybody knows this. That's the reason why majority of OnlyFans models, they don't tell nobody
By the way,
before they actually start doing it.
By the way, it's my little nigga birthday. Today's his birthday, August 24th. Happy birthday, Milo. He's been with me for 3 years now. I had him since he was like during 2019. Yeah, I had him since 2019 in November. He likes to watch himself in the mirror. He sees himself. He know what he's looking at. Yeah, this smart boy. His name Milo Miliotis Delange. Happy birthday, little nigga. Now get the fuck off my screen. There you go, Milo. I took off his collar because today's his birthday. I'm finna brew some catnip tea. I'm gonna give him a wet food cake, a big fat. I've been making him fast since like maybe this morning. So he has a big wet food cake, and I'm gonna have to put stuff on him, mix it with some catnip. He just gonna be fried out his mind. I make him hungry. I'm gonna feed him and do all that shit for him. I might even take him to my mom's house because my mom wanna see him. But let's continue.
To the army, you tell everybody, hey man, I'm about to leave, man. We celebrate. I'm about to go.
Actually, this might be my last video. Don't lie, cause I got stuff to do.
First new pick, man. We just celebrate, man. Yeah, my
Been streaming for like what, hour? Asshole straight.
$25.99, man. My asshole, man. We should really get together and celebrate me selling my asshole.
And
like
also
this,
the goals are just different too. Like on OnlyFans, nobody's goal isn't like 99% of people, I'm assuming, but everyone just wants to make money. They wouldn't
Yeah.
be doing it if it didn't make the money.
Exactly.
So I guess it just depends on like what motivates.
In this context, yes. Well, look, man, if you want to.
Yeah, no cap. But I appreciate y'all coming to watch. I appreciate the follow. I'm trying to get over 100. Actually, don't. My goal even is 100. My goal was I only set that goal because there was a game I wanted to play from the jump. I was going through a playthrough too. It's called Metro Dread. That's what I'm looking forward to. But other than that, yeah, follows keep running up. More anything, just watch, just chat. You know, just tune in and chat. That's what I really care about. Like at this point, I don't really care about my goals of like becoming an affiliate or anything like that. Not saying I don't care about it. I wouldn't mind becoming it. It's just a simple fact that that's not like where my headspace is at. My headspace is like find new content, engage with more people, watch things that I actually can talk about instead of me just playing the game all day where I don't even hardly say anything but play the game. I want to be able to people to get to know who I am first, or as a person, what I think before I even get to the point where I can go back to like not exclusively gaming, but gaming where people will actually watch. I game very well. And this time I do have a lot of people watching me, but it's not as often as, let's say, I'm watching something, people chime in and be like, oh, I watched this, can you watch this later? I like that shit. That's way better than me just playing the game and people just not saying anything to me. So I have a lot of engagement, how people talk to me, I can scroll, I type back, I follow back, you know. Life is good, you know, be blessed. Thank God every day you wake up. And